pharmacist that cares. And happy opening day if you are in St. Louis. I'm sure there's other baseball teams that are having opening days today as well, but it is definitely a big deal here in St. Louis. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I think it's going to be like high 60s at game time, which is totally crazy because we've had all things from rain to snow to a gorgeous day like today, right? So it's going to be a pretty awesome day. It's always a fun day on opening day. Festivities are already getting ready to get started down there. So if you're anywhere near downtown St. Louis, oh, it's going to get crazy. And traffic is going to be nuts. One cool thing I saw this morning, the new catcher, Wilson Contreras, is going to honor Molina with a really cool pair of shoes that he had specially done. And it says respect 4 because 4 was Molina's number. And I mean, everybody loves Molina, right? And he played his entire career, excuse me, in St. Louis. So I think that it's a really cool way for him to come in and people already to love him when he is doing this tribute. So I'm not going this year to opening day. Our family actually went last year. It is the only time we've ever been. And it is definitely a really cool opportunity if you ever have the chance. My favorite thing is probably when the Clydesdales come out. I mean, that is so St. Louis, you guys. I mean, anybody that's come to St. Louis, everybody knows about Budweiser, right? But the Clydesdales are absolutely iconic. On the way to school today, Alex says, Mom, can we listen to the song? And I'm sure you guys know the song that they play when the Clydesdales come out. And it is pretty cool. It is definitely a special thing about St. Louis. And St. Louis definitely has a lot of history. And it is just a fun place to be, especially today. So if you're around, you're gonna see everybody wearing red because that's just what we do today. So now you guys haven't seen me for a couple weeks, right? If you've been on my Facebook, you noticed we have been traveling. So the boys had 2 weeks of spring break. And we wanted to seize that opportunity to have the time together because you don't get those moments back. My husband and I were actually talking about it and we're like, wow. You know, I mean, Liam's 13. It's not going to be that long and it's going to be college time. And then things are going to be so different. So we definitely want to take advantage of every opportunity we can to show them the world. And there's so many places to show them. There's just not enough time, right? So this 2 weeks, we actually jetted down to Argentina and we spent the 2 weeks trekking through Patagonia. Now we stayed on the Argentina side. We didn't go to Chile just because crossing over the border with a rental car, that didn't seem like a hassle we wanted to have to deal with. So we just enjoyed that family time. And all of us needed to recharge our batteries, right? We all need those breaks. We all need that self-care. And this was a perfect opportunity for us to have a fun time together, to recharge together, and to have lots of fun and exercise as we were trekking for miles and miles. Well, I guess there it's kilometers and kilometers through all kinds of terrain, up steep elevations. And it was just a fun time to be together. Although one thing my husband and I did discover that maybe we were in decent shape, right? But maybe we should have trained a little bit differently for some of our trekking adventures. There was one of them, it was, I think, probably at least 4 kilometers, like straight. I mean, it was crazy up. I mean, if it wasn't for the hiking poles, I don't know if I would have made it. There were times I'm like, oh gosh, can I keep doing this? But remember, it's what goes on here is what you're going to do. I'm like, nope, the end is going to be worth it. And the end was definitely worth it. These were just beautiful things just to sit there, enjoy nature, enjoy the silence, and enjoy being together. Self-care is so important. It is crucial for you to be able to make it through every day, for you to be there for your family, your friends, but you have to take care of yourself. I talked before about self-care. It's not selfish. You have to really think about what you're doing. If you are constantly running, and you never take those breaks, what's going to happen? You're going to just, that's it, right? You just can't keep going. I mean, how long can you run a gas tank on empty? You just can't do it, right? We always know when that light turns on, what happens? We need to go fill up, right? And you need to do that with yourself as well. But you need to do it before that light turns on. I know my mom was always, she was always, don't let it get below a half a tank when it's cold outside, but definitely don't let it get below a fourth of a tank, right? And you should do that with yourself. If you start realizing you're running low on energy and just excitement and happiness, that's when you need to take the time to recharge your battery and fuel up your tank with what is important. Don't fuel it up with junk, right? Just like I talk about fueling your body. When you want to fuel your body, you want to fuel it with good nutrition. Same thing when you're going to fuel up yourself. You need to fuel it with good energy, with happiness, surrounding yourself with people that lift you up. You don't want to be around people that tear you down. So you need to take that time to recharge your battery and fill up your tank with what is important, because we only have so much time, right? So how are you going to spend that time? And this was what was important to us, was to have this family time together and go on these adventures and, be at the southernmost city in the world, you guys. That was pretty awesome for the kids to be down there, to see the penguins, to go climbing on the glacier. When we got done, they actually had a little thing set up. It was so cool, where my kids were the only two kids on our adventure that time, but they got glacier water. I mean, seriously, straight from what was melting, with glacier ice that is millions and millions of years old. And they had whiskey for us, and they joked that the ice was a lot older than the whiskey, and it definitely was, because it was millions of years old. And those are just experiences they will never forget. They will never forget the way the water tasted. I mean, there's no chemicals, there's no minerals, there's no nothing in it, right? They'll never forget the way that tasted. They'll never forget seeing the penguins. They'll never forget all the trekking and getting to the end where you climb up the last hill and you see this beautiful emerald lagoon that is so green and so gorgeous, and the hanging glacier and all these things. And that's what we want to do. We want to fill them with those adventures, and we want to fuel and fill their cups up with things that are fun and memorable. So that is definitely key when you are thinking about what are you going to do. And it can be a staycation, you guys. You don't have to go anywhere. But if you are going to have a staycation, make it one, okay? I mean, shut other things out. You can still have your time to catch up on your emails and your social media and stuff like that. And I get that. I did too. But you're not doing that all day long. You're not letting those be distractions. If you're going to have a staycation with your family, make it one. Plan fun activities to do at home or to go out. If you're going to go and you're going to do Top Golf and you're going to go, I don't know, we just did that the other day, so that's what's in my head. But if you're going to, if you're going to go to the brewery, right? We're talking about Anheuser-Busch. So, if you're going to do those things, enjoy the city you live in. So many of us jump on an airplane and we go, right? And we don't enjoy what is right around us. And that includes our family, right? Take the time to play the board games, to sit down and read books together, and to talk, because that is really important. But all those things recharge your battery and you're fueling your body the right way. So please let me know where you guys are thinking about your next adventure. We're always looking for fun places to go, or fun places to go hiking and trekking, even that are close and local. So if you know some fun places, please let me know. We love to take those quick little road trips. Those are fun. Those are, to me, more fun than jumping on the airplane, because I don't know, it's always adventures when you are driving around, especially in the local areas. So take that time. Remember, fuel yourself with proper fuel and proper nutrition. My name is Amy Gill, your